Researchers at the annual meeting of the American College of Rheumatology advised against routine statins for children and teens with lupus. Although children and adolescents with lupus are at increased risk for atherosclerosis, data from a study of 221 patients showed minimal benefits from statin use. However, the investigators emphasized that statins are useful for pediatric lupus patients with abnormal cholesterol levels.
As children and adults with lupus are treated better and live longer, it's become increasingly clear that one of the highest long-term risks of mortality and morbidity is cardiovascular events. So that means myocardial infarctions and strokes.
Because pediatric lupus is such a rare disease, we formed a network called the Childhood Arthritis and Rheumatology Research Alliance to address issues not only about lupus, but all the other types of pediatric rheumatic diseases that we see. This was the first and largest multi-center randomized controlled trial in pediatric lupus of any kind. It is one of the longest and largest trials of statins in childhood. And it is the first NIH-sponsored, from NIAMS, major randomized controlled trial of pediatric lupus for our network, CARA.
We were very surprised by our results. Going into the study, our hypothesis and our expectations were that the use of statins would decrease the rate of progression of carotid intimal medial thickening enough to make it worthwhile for all children with lupus to be routinely treated with them. However, what the study shows, in fact, is that while many measures of IMT were lower with the use of statins, the amount of difference did not reach our definition of clinical significance. As a result, while it is likely that there are subgroups of children with lupus who should be treated with statins, we do not recommend it for routine care. I think there are two take-home messages. One is that our hypothesis that subclinical atherosclerosis starts in children with lupus was shown to be true. The second take-home point is that although there are likely subgroups of children with lupus who should be treated with statins, the routine use of statins does not seem to convey enough benefit to make it worthwhile to be part of standard routine care.
And I think it's important as a clinician to, as taking care of these children with lupus, is to know that with their lifelong risk and exposure to lupus, there are several things that we worry about. We worry about bone health, and so we often focus on making sure they have calcium and vitamin D. And this is another one of those areas of long-term risk that we really felt that we needed to look at to make sure that we were doing what is best for our children and adolescents. And it is in some ways encouraging that we don't need to add another drug to their routine care, at least at this age. What we don't know is when these should be added, because it's possible that lupus patients may generally benefit from the use of statin.